What's up everyone, it's Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com. A quick video update for you guys on Raya and the Last Dragon not coming to all cinemas. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. It's been a year since Disney released Pixar's Onward, and now Disney are lining up one of their biggest hits to date, and it's going to be Raya and the Last Dragon, and it's going to be hitting cinemas on March the 5th. Now, over the last year, we've seen loads of movies delayed, we've seen movies head to Disney Plus, we've also seen them go to Disney Plus Premier Access. This is going to be the first movie that is available at cinemas and on Disney Plus Premier Access. Raya and the Last Dragon will be shown in over 2,000 cinemas across the United States. However, the US's third biggest company, Cinemark, is not going to be showing the film. They've been in a dispute with Disney over kind of sorting all of this out, and they don't agree with how Disney are going it, because essentially Disney are saying, here's the movie, these are our terms, if you don't like it, you can't have it. In a statement to Deadline, Cinemark said, in the current operating environment, we are making near-term booking decisions on a discrete film-by-film basis, focusing on the long-term benefit of exhibitors, studios, and moviegoers. As while we continue to work with our studio partners, we remain optimistic that we will reach mutual benefit terms that will provide moviegoers the opportunity to see the exciting film lineup in our theatres. Now, what this basically means, Cinemark want a better rate. They want to make some more money for the tickets they sell, and Disney are just kind of going around and going, no. And I think this is going to be something that's going to become quite a standard, because cinemas are having to make some big concessions lately because of COVID, because with cinemas either closed or with no movies coming out, when the movie does come out, there's not a lot to pick from. And I think the studios have got to the thing now going, well, things have changed, you know, things aren't going back to normal. I mean, I did a video yesterday about Bob Chapek stating that he doesn't think people will be going back to cinemas as much, but also, more importantly, they're kind of demanding movies arrive at home much quicker. And while cinemas have always had this like 90-day lock-in, that's just not something that Disney can really do anymore, because we're all watching from home, and this is something that's going to continue to happen after the pandemic. And things are moving so much, but Cinemark are kind of putting a line in the ground going, we want to hold out. And Disney are probably in that situation going, well, it's out in 2,000 cinemas, they can watch it on Premier Access. There's this kind of thing right now, either one of them are going to have to give. I don't think Disney are going to give on this one. They definitely seem to be in a strong positioning, and if they're looking at all of their future releases going on Premier Access as well, they aren't going to want to agree to it. Whereas Cinemark kind of in some way need Disney more than Disney need the cinemas, because there's other cinemas that are willing to take this deal. Disney Plus Premier Access is probably just going to continue to grow. Now, this is just something that I think is going to happen not just with Disney. With the HBO deal that Warner Brothers did with cinemas, they kind of agreed to a lower rate so they made more money per ticket, so that was better for the cinemas. But this is a real like strange thing, and in some ways it's just speeded everything up. So Raya and the Last Dragon might not be available in some cinemas, but it's still going to be available in most of them. And you know, in some countries as well, like for example here in the UK, cinemas aren't even open. So, you know, things are going to be changing, and when we see movies opening up later, you know, I think Premier Access is going to be something that's going to stick around for a while, because ultimately it's going to be down to the consumer of whether or not they want to go back to cinemas. But also, I think even just before the pandemic, people did not want to go in the same way they were years ago. And cinema chains are going to have to adapt to it, and Disney Plus is obviously a major part of it going forward. And I think this is just going to be a start of future things. While last year cinemas made a big deal over some major problems with the current situation, I think they've very much come to terms that things are changing. Early today it was only revealed that Alamo Drafthouse has actually gone into bankruptcy because of just the lack of movies and the lack of people going to cinemas. So there's going to be a real big sort of thing happening right now with cinemas, and Cinemark have made a pledge to try and get some more in there. But will Disney shift on this? Well, looking at what Deadline have said, I don't think they're going to be willing to make a move either. But let me know in the comments below, do you agree with Cinemark on this or with Disney? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe. Also a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships, and I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.